Oh, we've got Edward coming through the back here. This is Charlie Parsons for the Stomping Ground, powered by Wow. Oh, look at the timing on that.
It's Professor Eddie.
You know what I mean? I thought you looked so good in glasses. I thought.
Interesting start to the interview. Spencer Brown, how are you, sir?
Yeah, I'm all right, mate. Yeah, lovely. Yeah, everything's good. Yet again, we're here again.
I know. Oh, I was
It just seems like it goes from one to another, doesn't it? Yeah.
Oh my God, it's like promoters.
Oh, here he is.
Heaven here.
He's the
We've got
big
Frank
boss.
Warren
Let's
coming
get the big
through
boss
now.
on that.
We'll get the big boss on.
How you
tell
doing?
You what, I'll ask you.
You're
the
right.
Netflix crew.
All right, Frank. Hello, Frank. Being ignorant again. You know when you're top of your game, you don't want to speak to anybody, do you? You all right, mate? Yeah, good. Yeah, we'll slow down. Get down.
It's relentless, this game, isn't it, at a minute?
We've got to meet this Miller today.
Yeah, let's do it.
All right.
Before we talk about why we're here today, I think there's so much that's happened. No, don't be silly.
Go on.
There's so much that's happened over the course of the last 10 days or so. It's probably good to start with that. I mean, Saturday night, mental.
Possibly the best. Is it possibly the best boxing show you've ever been to?
Oh, yeah.
I thought the one before that was the...
What, Riyadh, LA? Riyadh season LA?
That was very good, but I love the... Obviously, when you're involved, I think the best ring walk so far was the Tyson Fury ring walk.
Yeah.
And I think that show was incredible. I think the LA show was incredible. I think... I'll tell you what was a good show, one of the best shows as well. That was at Wembley as well. That was done by Eddie Hearn. And that was when AJ... Klitschko, yeah. That was possibly one of the best shows as well.
You know how I see
that one at the weekend is possibly...
Record attendance, right?
No, I think it is the best boxing show that's ever been on.
But there's something a little bit more magical when boxing events in the UK. And what's nice is, like, you're leaving here, you know, like the big US pundits that come across. Ariel Helwani's one.
Yeah.
Always wanted to cover a Wembley Stadium show.
Well, everybody does, don't they?
But aren't they just something special?
Yeah, you get in there and you can feel it, can't you? You're walking up Wembley Way and there's a sea of people and, you know, the smell of hot dogs and just carnage everywhere and people getting boozed up and, you know, there's events everywhere. It's incredible, isn't it?
Your role has taken quite a change over the last year or so in terms of...
yeah, go on.
We at least weren't doing this interview, say, 12 months ago today.
No, exactly.
It seems from a public perspective, at least, a lot's changed. Are you enjoying what's coming with it, Spence?
Yeah, I mean, you know, I'm not any spring chicken, so
Oh, of course.
It's very tiring. We committed when I first met Turkey. I committed. I'm very committed to Tyson Fury, so I sort of balance one with the other. And you know, this finishes very shortly. Like tomorrow, I'm with Tyson filming, and I can't forget my role in that. And I don't want to get too big for my boots.
Yeah.
And I don't want to start thinking I'm the big I am, which I'm not. There's promoters here that have been promoting for a long time. They're the best in the world. I think the British promoters. I mean, Bob Arum's incredible. You know, I mean,
it's the personality that comes with the British promoters as well, though.
Yeah, there isn't, but you know, Golden Boy, what a great promoter he's been over the years. Bob Arum is he's like God, isn't he, to the boxing, you know. But Frank Warren, Eddie Hearn, and now Ben Shalom's coming through. So he's with Sky. He's been brought onto this. You know, we've brought him into this. And it's about time he had some good fighters on the shows. He's had fighters on shows, but one or two. But this is his chance now to shine. And Eddie and Frank have not been in the way of that. You know, but if there's more...
They've still had their little confrontations. What have you made of all of that?
Nothing.
It's another narrative for the sport,
It's just
right?
another narrative. I mean, you know, what you hear...
Bad necessarily?
No. Look, he's a young kid. They know he's a young kid. He's doing what he's got to do, isn't he? He's got to protect his business. He's got to do his business. He's got to push himself in. He's got to make himself heard. Otherwise, he'll be sat in the corner, wouldn't he?
Yeah.
So, and that's what he's got to do. But let me tell you, going up against powerhouses like Frank and Eddie, it's not easy. It's impossible. You know, Frank Warren knows more about boxing.
Yeah. Than
probably anybody,
most of us in this room, yeah.
And probably most people on earth.
Yeah.
So how'd you go? This man's got experience of everything. And Eddie is he's the best at what he does, isn't he?
Yeah.
Nobody can deny that. He's the best, he's smooth. You know, everybody can boo him. But at one stage he brought British boxing back into it. And now it's become very fashionable, all down to one man, Turki Alalshikh, the Riyadh season. You know, and people forget about who actually ticks the boxes, who makes the mechanics go round, who turns the wheels, and that is the Saudi Arabian contingent. That is Turki Alalshikh, Dr. Hearn, all his team, MBS from the top. From the top, it comes from the top. You know, and it's just phenomenal. I've just walked in there now. It's crazy.
I feel like I'm on a film set every day.
But isn't it?
In the last 10 days, I've done Wembley Stadium here twice, Trafalgar Square,
and
Leicester
what a
Square.
great advert for their country.
Yeah.
Riyadh season. I mean, have you been to Riyadh season? 252 events over and growing over 6 months. You go there, you're blown away. Yeah. You can't believe it. The WWE, there's
concerts, a lot of concerts.
A lot of concerts. There's a lot of the cage fighting's there now. Yeah. You know.
UFC, we saw
UFC, Dana White, but not only UFC. I think.
Oh, they've got PFL.
PFL's over there as well. Yeah. So, you know, that's become very, very big over there as well, and I think he likes it. I think she's a big part of it. That lady down there, Caroline, massive part of it.
And Caroline and Simon. Big shout out to the both.
Where's Simon? There he is.
Simon's
I couldn't
also,
see you because. All right, Simon.
We're singing your praises, guys.
We're singing your praises. so you know they're a big part of it as well. They're all behind the scenes people you'd never see, you probably never will see, but they're the people who make this happen.
Saturday night we see Tyson. He said to you, "That's cost me 150 million."
Yeah, it's all tongue in cheek, isn't it?
No, of course.
It's tongue in cheek.
I feel like as a fan, I think we still see the fight.
But it's great, isn't it? It's a bit, you know. I don't know how many hits it had, but somebody told me it's like gone viral and millions and millions.
Yeah.
And that's Tyson all over, isn't it? He's got a job to do, and a big job to do. You know, and he's not taking anything for granted. And I just hope this time we can come out with a win.
Were you shocked by Daniel Dubois' performance in there?
I wouldn't say shocked. I would say I was more shocked at AJ's performance. Yeah, I thought. I don't know. He just didn't. He didn't look like he was in the zone. Really, maybe I don't. What do I know? Yeah. What do I know? But Daniel Dubois, he's 26. He's a monster. He hits very hard, and I think he's got his what we would call now. I think he's a proper man now.
27. He's in the prime of his life.
I thought he was 26. Sorry, he's 27. But he's in the prime of his life. He's a proper man and a nice kid as well. We sat and had a bit of we had a drink with him the other night. What a lovely kid. He's got. I tell you what, he never slags anybody. He never says anybody bad about anybody. He's got no opinion.
That's what it says on the tin, right? Goes in the ring, fights. Doesn't even like doing.
The fighter, a pure fighting machine.
Yeah.
You know.
Do you believe, regardless of the outcome of December the 21st, we know that Frank Warren said that they'd entertain a rematch with Anthony Joshua. Sort of get the vibe that maybe they'll wait for December the 21st.
No, I think the rematch will happen possibly.
What, AJ against?
Possibly happen now, yeah. Because look. For me,
that's His Excellency.
But for me, I think His Excellency would like to see that again. I think we weren't, you know, we couldn't believe the outcome. But I think Anthony Joshua needs to change it, and probably will change it round a bit. His tactics and everything. Don't forget, I mean, he just got jumped on, didn't he? He just got jumped on very early, you know, and I think that sort of swayed it completely. He never got back in it from there, did he? It's very hard to get back in it when you get chinned in the first round, isn't it? So he's got to change some stuff. Can he do it? Yeah, he can do it.
Would I be right in saying
1,000,000% Anthony Joshua can come back?
If Anthony Joshua was to lose in a rematch to Daniel Dubois, does that put the Tyson Fury fight to bed forever? Because I saw an interview with Shane and Tyson, I think it was on IFL, and Shane said, look, Shane's not even interested in the AJ fight. Obviously, it really depends Tyson financially, obviously. But I feel as a British boxing fan speaking to you now, I would be gutted if I didn't see the two.
Yeah, look, Shane's his brother. Shane loves him deeply, like all his brothers do. Probably Shane doesn't want to see Tyson after his next fight again. Which, why wouldn't you want to see your brother not fight again?
Yeah.
Well, why do you want to see your brother in and could possibly get chinned?
Of course, yeah.
You know, you don't want to see your brother get hurt, do you? Business-wise, Look, I want to see it. We all want to see it. Does Tyson want it? Of course he wants it. Of course Tyson wants it. But before we even talk or think about that, he's got a job to do in Riyadh. And that job is very, very important to him. He's very focused on that job. If he can get that job done, then we look at what's in front and we don't look behind, do we? So we always look in front. So that's what we'll do. We'll look in front and see what the options are. He might say, look, I've won this, I've had enough, that's it. But knowing Tyson, no way. Knowing Tyson, not a chance.
Oh, we nearly got Wardy's second appearance on camera.
Yeah, well,
first appearance also on the stomping ground.
He's gone. He's too busy in big time Charlie.
Lastly from me, we are here obviously for the big
look at it's phenomenal again.
Someone told me that it was yourself that put the undercard together.
Yeah, I've done it. Well, Turkey asked me to do it.
Okay, cool.
And I was very privileged for him to ask me to do it. And I just got fights off everybody what they were, who wanted what, and it was a long process of piecing everything together, but we got it done. And obviously, fighters are fight. We wanted different fighters on it, but we couldn't get what we wanted. And on some fights, we could on others. We've also had Joe Cordina. Shame that Shakur Stevenson pulled out because I was really looking forward to that, and I really think Joe had a big chance in that fight, massive chance.
He'll get another opportunity.
Well, we hope so, yeah. But I really thought Joe, and it was all looking like, and Shakur probably sat there laughing at me saying, look at that idiot there. But I really think he had a chance. I thought Joe had a real big chance, and I don't want to. I want to see Joe out again because he's very exciting. I like watching Joe.
Just lastly from me, it's funny because when I have these conversations with His Excellency, I know that how much he wants to give for the fans, and the first thing that
he's all for the fans. This is all for the fans.
First thing we discussed for this fight itself was that it was a great fight for someone like me and you who followed the sport for years, but it doesn't quite have that wow factor to your everyday Joe who maybe sits in a pub and casually watches boxing. Hence why you throw in a bit of Chris Eubank in there, a bit of Fabio Wardley.
Listen, we decide. Listen, when Turkey gives you something like this to do, he's fully behind it as well. So he'll sit down and say, well, I don't like that fight, or yes, I like that fight, but and that's the way he's the orchestrator. He's the orchestrator. So, and don't forget, you always use experience of Eddie and Frank. They always help you, and they've always got fighters on the bill. And George Warren's like a dream to work with, just easy to work with. Yes,
that's what Matchroom have said for years, actually. Yeah. Even before they all got along.
Yeah, he's really easy to work with, George. He's a gentleman as well. He's got a dark side to him, but
of course, as
everybody
sure a
has.
lot of people do.
Yeah. So, he's not one to sort of be messed with. But I've enjoyed working with all of them. It's been great, and nobody's stuck any knives in your back. Yeah. There's no knife stabbing or nothing like that. Everybody sits and talks about it.
Unprecedented times for boxing.
Unprecedented. And now, like I said before, we brought Ben Shalom in. He's got 3 fighters on the card.
Whitaker, Chris Eubank Jr. and
Jack Massey.
Of course.
There you go. So he's got 3 fighters on the card.
Teamwork.
Got you out of trouble there, didn't I? You meant to know this. So, but I think Jack Massey's fought on his cards, but they have some sort of relationship anyway. So he's got 3 fighters on, and they've all got a great chance. I'm really looking forward to the heavyweight fight.
Do you think we see?
Of course, don't forget the first women's
female fight in
history.
Saudi Arabia. Yeah,
history's making. So he's made another bit of history today.
Yeah. I suppose just lastly, do you think we see Eddie and Frank Warren become a little bit more hospitable to Ben Shalom, or do you not really care?
They're not. They're not unhospitable to him. He's a young lad who's who's trying to get his way, and he's got to be. Obviously, he's got to push his way in, isn't he? Somehow, if he can't be left out, and he's. Oh, it's all right. There you are. That's the big man. That's where all the money is. Look. Yeah. So all right, Jack. All right, boys. Yeah, Jack Massey here looks fit, doesn't he? Big lump. Yeah. So. Oh, sorry. So it all looks good. He looks fit, Jack Massey, doesn't he? Big lump. So, yeah, he's trying to make his way, and I'm sure he will do. And I'm sure we'll see plenty more of his fighters on the cards.
Spencer Brown, top man.
Thank you.
15 minutes banked. Appreciate you, mate. Thank you very much.